in Pasadena and 69 in Glen Burnie. I'm Maggie Hunter, 680 WCBM News.
It's time to listen to you, the listeners. Go to WCBM.com and vote on WCBM's latest poll. It's fun, it's fast, and let us know what you want more of on WCBM.com. Baltimore is listening.
You are about to hear the most interesting, informative, thought-provoking, opinion-leading, and funny show in America, on air and on the World Wide Web. This is the Rob Carson Show.
It is the Rob Carson Show. It's Monday. How was your Mother's Day yesterday? I had a pretty nice Mother's Day yesterday. I went and visited my mother's grave in southwest Iowa, and for the second time and the second visit, her little dog, that's my little dog named Desi, decided to rest on the headstone of my mother's grave. Just rest right there. Last year she made a beeline for it. She sat on my mother's gravestone and it would not leave. And then this year she wandered around, and then ended up settling right there. It was whatever. If you want to take some solace from it, great. I do. I think it's pretty amazing. If you want to see the video, I posted not only last year but this year. When it happened, I posted it on all my social media at Rob Carson Show. Check it out. And I'll just give you a little advice here to the men in the audience who are married to women. Cisgendered women who've had your children. I know I'm speaking to a very small percentage because all of us are trans now and all that. Anyway, but you cisgendered men who are married to women, if she is, kind of telling you, hey, I want this done and this done and this done on Mother's Day, don't respond by saying, hey, you're not my mother. I'm just going to say that right now. Don't do that. It is just not a good idea. Just, like whenever you do a bunch of stuff on Saturday, and then yesterday when you go and visit your mom and then you come back and you haven't done anything, and she says, hey, maybe you ought to do something, and you say, hey, you're not my mom. Don't say that. I'm not saying that I did, but I did. Anyway, so there's that. There's that. Oh, did you hear about this? Harvard is struggling to find a speaker for graduation day. Yeah, can you believe that? Can you believe Columbia and Harvard maybe having a little bit of trouble getting a graduation speaker, an inspirational graduation speaker, considering all the idiots who are walking out and protesting like at the University of Michigan. And Jerry Seinfeld was at, where the hell was he? He was at Duke. He was at Duke. And people started to walk out of his speech because, they're all, the TikTok did a video on the Palestinians. And so some of these students have decided to become Muslims because of it. And so people started walking out on Jerry Seinfeld. And so now they're having trouble getting graduation speakers. Harvard is struggling to find a speaker for its Class Day graduation later this month. From what I can gather, at least a dozen speakers have declined for a variety of reasons. But Kathy Griffin has called them like a dozen times saying, I'll do it. I don't know what that is, because she can't book a gig and she can't fill a crowd. There is that. Donald Trump, by the way, I don't know if you knew this, he won 98 out of 99 counties in Iowa at the Iowa caucuses this year. Then he went on to New Hampshire and had a record-setting victory, the most voters ever in New Hampshire history. I mean, it was just gigantic, and record after record. And then this weekend he goes to New Jersey and draws a bigger crowd than Bon Jovi. I know, isn't that crazy? He draws a bigger crowd than frickin' Bon Jovi in New Jersey. That's pretty big. I mean, and not just Bon Jovi now. Not just, Bon Jovi singing standards, like Rod Stewart did later. And now I think they're doing like, oh, the shark has such big teeth, dear, and they blaze a glory, But no, they this is back like when they were in their prime in like 1989, 1990, 91, Shot Down and Blaze of Glory and all that stuff. 100,000 people, even though New Jersey's representative Mickey Sherrill failed by warning Donald Trump that he wasn't welcome in the Garden State. He was not welcome in the Garden State, and then this weekend, this happened.
There's so many people here. Man, over 100,000 people. This is supposed to be, they thought they'd hit 40, so they more than doubled it, but you can't even see the end. I wish we didn't have the press here. I wish we moved them the hell back so they'd have, because they can't see in the back.
Yeah, but Joe Biden, he drew 100 people. 83 of them were press members, but no, Joe Biden has a great chance of winning. No, he is. He definitely. You can feel the Joe Mintum. You can feel the Joe Mintum out there. This is why I say that. The Joe Biden. Some people are saying. I certainly wouldn't say this. I would not say that Joe Biden is going to get his rear end kicked all over the place, and basically there's no chance that Joe Biden can win a free and fair election. Yeah, no, some people are saying that. I would never say that Joe Biden has no chance to win a free or fair election because he's a terrible president. He's doing a terrible job. The southern border's open. The economy sucks. We're knocking on doors war with China and Russia, and now we're not on the side of Israel. In fact, we had intelligence to give to Israel that showed them where Hamas is, and we're sitting on it. Unless Bibi Netanyahu says, okay, we're going to stop killing Hamas. So we got the information to go kill Hamas, and we've been sitting on it. And we will give it to Bibi Netanyahu as long as they don't kill Hamas. Other than that, he's a great damn president. I mean, one of the best prezzies ever. But no, I certainly would never say that Joe Biden cannot win a free and fair election, even though he is literally, his brain is gone. He has severe dementia. He's using the short stairs. He's got one of those walk-in bathtubs now at the White House. He's wearing orthopedic shoes. He can't walk across the lawn by himself. He can't leave the stage by himself. But you obviously are missing the Joe Mintum. He's got some serious Joe Mintum. Here is Donald Trump this weekend at Wildwood, New Jersey, where more than 100,000 people came out to see him.
I've been indicted more than the great Alphonse Capone. Scarface. Al Capone was so mean that if you went to dinner with him and he didn't like you, you'd be dead the next morning. And if
he brings a baseball bat to a dinner with him, you might want to just kind of excuse yourself to go to the bathroom.
Indicted more than him. On bullshit, too.
Uh-oh. What'd he say there? Bull something. Oh, and then the crowd started saying the bull bleep word. Bull bleep, bull bleep, bull bleep. The 100,000 people yelling bull bleep. But you know what? Joe Biden's got the momentum here. It's just that people don't understand what an awesome president he is. And then LT, the great LT spoke.
I want to say I grew up
Lawrence
a
Taylor.
Democrat.
Yes.
And I've always been a Democrat.
Yes.
Until I met this man right here. I'll tell you what.
What? He is obviously not black.
He will not have to worry about nobody in my family ever voting for a Democrat again. Okay.
Oh, that is obviously somebody who is not a black person, not a real black person. But here's actually a real black person who was there being interviewed about Donald Trump.
For someone that looks like me, if I even say I'm a conservative, I often get a strange look. It's like, oh, how can you be conservative and be black? And which is like something I often struggle to respond. So I don't know why my skin color even plays.
She is an Aunt Tom.
Any part in being what part of politics
I mean Aunt Tom.
I stand.
Yeah. She's an Aunt Tom there is what she is. And then Joe Biden talked about some other stuff like, terrorism and the fact that Joe Biden is allowing it to grow.
Crooked Joe surrendered to the terrorists just like he surrendered to the Taliban, and now he's surrendering our college campuses to anarchists, jihadists, freaks, and anti-American extremists who are trying to tear down our American flag. They want to tear it down. Every single place they go, they want to rip down our flag. The chaos and violence happening on our college campuses right now is all because crooked Joe Biden doesn't know what the hell he's.
Yeah, he doesn't know what the hell he's doing. And it's interesting because you and I know as plain as day why Joe Biden's going to get beaten in November. We know it, right? I mean, it's really, there's no, we've got to do an analysis of this. We got to, whatever this and that, and we got to sit around and all that. I'm going to share some James Carville in a second. Woo, he is so clueless. But, the amazing thing is that the Democrat is so embedded with the elites. They have no clue. It's as plain as the nose on your face as your faces. I'm speaking to you individually. Your face. You right there, sitting there at your desk. I see you. I see what you're doing there, playing Minecraft, and you're 43. You shouldn't be doing that. Stop it. Stop it right now. Okay. Anyway, but it's as plain as the nose on your face. And what does it start with? Well, it starts with the rigged election in 2020. That's where it all started, right? And then this terrible president who's been destroying the country. And honestly, Joe Biden couldn't do a worse job if he were trying to destroy the country. And guess what? I think he's trying to destroy the country. I mean, because honestly, nobody is that clueless. But here's MSNBC. They're at the rally and I just would love to see, what it's like off camera at a Trump rally. I mean, people are polite. They're not going to, they're not like Antifa. They're not, attacking a Newsmax reporter at a Columbia rally, because, that's how the left are. But this is MSNBC, absolutely clueless as to 100,000 people being there, larger than the largest Bon Jovi concert, the biggest political rally in New Jersey history.
Why did he choose the Jersey Shore?
Well, a couple of reasons, Alex. First, this is an area, Wildwood, where he held one of his biggest rallies of 2020. And while New Jersey, yes, is a blue state, this part of New Jersey is pretty red tinged. And we see a massive, massive crowd here today. What you see behind me is just a fraction of the crowd here. We've got thousands more people in a really big area here behind the press fence. So they're really going all out here. And
Joe Biden couldn't fill a bingo hall if they already gave you four corners. I mean, honestly, good.
The president has been out talking about how he is looking to win over some voters, even in left-leaning states like New Jersey, like New York. Well, you'll remember he's held a couple of...
He's got to win those states because even in New Jersey, people think that Joe Biden's doing a really crappy job as the president.
Events around the court, around his trial in New York City.
Even in New York.
As well. And this is also pretty close to the all-important...
Because he is.
Philadelphia suburbs, so they're hoping to have an impact in that market as well, Alex. And we've been talking to some of the voters and supporters here about what you were talking about earlier, the trial, the witness that we are going to hear from on Monday. And we're hearing a lot of folks really echo the rhetoric of the former president. Take a listen.
I couldn't care less what my president does, run the country. What he does behind closed doors, what he did 18 years ago as a private citizen, does not concern me or how he runs this country.
They're just trumping up charges to, make him look bad, to make him lose the election. But he's not going to lose. He's going to win. Fair
there
and
you
square.
go. There you go. Now I've got a lot more audio and your phone calls. How about that? 800-922-6680. Michael Cohen takes a stand today. We got a lot of audio, a lot of sound, a lot of comedy coming up on this Monday edition of The Rob Carson Show.